right, folks, here we are at the beginning of 2019, and the first challenge of the year is upon us on social media. How hard did aging hit you? It's nearly impossible to go online right now without seeing at least 15 to 20 people in your friends list in your newsfeed posting photos of, I believe, the very first selfie or photo they put up on Facebook versus the most recent picture of how you look now. For the most part, some people look the same, more or less, a change in their hairstyle. Some people, have beards and other, goatees, facial hair changes there, here and there. Some people might have put on weight. Some people lost weight. Some people bulked up, whatever the case may be. Other people have, babies or spouses in their most recent selfies versus their very first selfie where they're holding some cotton candy or a dog. But in any case, I looked at those photos and was thinking, you know what, I might as well join in the fun like everyone else. But when I got that first photo that I posted, I figured, you know what, I haven't really changed that much, aside from facial hair and putting on a few pounds. That's pretty much it. Like the jacket I'm wearing in that picture, I can still fit it. So obviously the past 10 years hasn't been that bad. But thinking about the question, how hard did aging hit me? I don't think that's the right question. I feel like the real question is, how hard did life hit me? The picture you're seeing now, that's from January 10th, 2010. I did not get Facebook until May of 2009. I did not engage in social media until after high school. The reason being is because I was more focused on my college level classes and graduating rather than, being on social media. And at that point, I think my profile picture was a cartoon character. I cannot remember who it was, but it was not a selfie. That picture right there, that is my very first selfie on social media. Wow, time flies. But in any case, I really thought about what has life hit me with over the past 10 years. It is January the 12th, 2019 when I'm recording this, and that photo is from January the 10th, 2010. So about a couple days over 9 years, so almost a decade. So what have I learned? A lot. Life has hit me with a lot. This is before I actually went to college. This picture, I believe, was at my last church service at my home church before I went to campus in Lynchburg for Liberty University at first semester online because they screwed up my paperwork. So I was living on dial-up. That definitely taught me a lot, going from dial-up to high-speed internet. Very intense. So how hard did life hit me? Plenty of things that life has hit me with. For one, heartache, rejection, crushes that don't go anywhere. Life hit me hard. The picture there, single. A selfie of me now, which I'm not putting on the screen because I don't like selfies. Single. No relationship in between. Life can suck. But you know what? We move on to the next thing. Debt. Looking at January 2010 compared to where I am now. Debt. Student loan. Debt. Car payments. Debt. Rent. Debt. Well, technically rent, is that really debt? Because you pay it by the month as long as you're living in the complex. So in any case, bills. Let's just say bills. Life hit me with bills. I wasn't paying bills like that back in 2010. How about some of the good points? Let's talk about some of the good points. Friendships. When I got social media in 2009, most of my friends, the reason I got social media was to keep up with people from high school. Looking at my friends list now, which is, if I'm not mistaken, below 250, barely any of those people were the people I got Facebook to interact with to begin with. I think a small circle of those people are in my friends list right now from high school. Mostly everyone are either college students I went to school with or people I used to work with. Rarely anybody from the hometown. But one of the perks of what life hit me with between living my entire life in Halifax County versus going to Lynchburg, which when you look at the math, came to Lynchburg January 2010, not counting the summers when I would go home or winter breaks and whatnot. I've been in Lynchburg for give or take almost 9 years at this point. What has life hit me with? Well, for one, no girlfriend, but I got Chick-fil-A. Never had Chick-fil-A before coming to Lynchburg. Look at that. A car and driving around. That's right. At that age when I was 18, I didn't like driving. I hated driving. I mean, it's not that I couldn't do it. I just had no purpose to do so. I came from a small town where Walmart was the mall. La Coretta was the place to eat. Everybody would go there. I don't like Mexican food because I'm a picky eater, so I never stepped foot into a La Coretta in my life. I went to Taco Bell once. I had a taco with some meat and lettuce. It was okay, but I still don't like Mexican food, unless you count Doritos and Mountain Dew Baja Blast, because that technically came from Taco Bell. But in any case, I digress. But aside from that, you know, the challenges of college life hit me with that. Student loan debt aside, I mean, we all have it. But looking at the fact that I was nervous, I remember being so nervous in church that day. I was sweating. Everybody was congratulating me, wishing me the best of luck. I was scared to death. Things were tough, but I adjusted, and those years turned out to be some of the best of my life. Made some strong connections with people. True, I didn't get a ring by spring, or I guess technically since I'm the guy, I didn't give a ring by spring to a girl. But at the end of the day, I made some very strong friendships that last to where I am now. People I met back in 2010, there are some of them I'm still in communication with, because college was definitely a time where people saw me at my worst and at my best. I saw some other people at their worst and at their best. I have some friends who met their significant others in college. I remember those days. Some of those situations, I knew both parties. Some of them are now married. Some of them have kids. Life has hit me pretty hard, but guess what? A lot of good things happen as a result of that. Looking at where I am now, if I would have talked to my 2010 self who knew little to nothing about high-speed internet, I barely knew anything about YouTube back then. I lived on dial-up where it would take 30 minutes for a 20 to 30 second video to upload. I remember my first time going to Liberty's campus as a student, hooking up my laptop to the Wi-Fi, which back then took hours. Oh gosh, I do not want to go back to those days. Watching the same YouTube videos on repeat, the Jacksons and Michael Jackson and Motown 25, episodes of Power Rangers and Pokemon and other shows I grew up on, because I had no idea what high-speed internet was like. 2010-year-old me, well, 18-year-old me would not believe that the 2019 version of myself, who was 27, is doing YouTube for a living. It is crazy. How hard did life hit me? That's the real question, folks. Your faith will be challenged, even though you're going to a Christian university 2010 Jeremy. There will be a lot of struggles and challenges, and you will ask yourself, God, why am I here? But at the end of the day, you will graduate multiple times, multiple degrees. You will finish grad school. You will end up working at Liberty and then transition to the next stage of life. There will be good times. There will be bad times. Can you stand the rain? Yes, you will still love New Edition 9 years from now. So looking at this social media challenge, yeah, pretty fun stuff. Some people have some great pictures, you know. I don't really do selfies like that, so I'm not really going to take a photo of myself. But if you've been on this YouTube channel long enough, you've seen me do plenty of live streams, so you're pretty well aware of how I look. But I'm very interested to see what kind of challenges will be going on in 2019. Hopefully better challenges than the Bird Box challenge, because technically speaking, that did occur earlier this year. Some people have been wrecking their cars, running into traffic, and other hazardous things. But hopefully no more Tide Pod challenges or other things of that nature. Or ice bucket challenges. I get cold just looking at those. But with that being said, if you made it this far into the video, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know, how hard has life hit you? I mean, aging is one thing. I mean, that happens to everybody. I have a few more gray hairs now than I did back in 2010. But aside from that, hey, life goes on. And looking back at the aging versus what life has hit me with, if life has proved to be challenging between your first selfie to where you are now in 2019, is your heart still beating? Are you still breathing? Because guess what? No matter how hard life or aging hits you, if you're still around here now, guess what? You're a survivor. And let 2019 be a great year for you. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.